Hey guys, it is December 30th, 2021. Can't believe we're at the end of the year already. Man, it has just gone by so fast. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season and are gonna have a very happy new year and a prosperous 2022. I've got breaking news for the channel. Wanted to bring it to you guys today. E-commerce sales for the US are down in 2021 for the holiday season. E-commerce sales are down for 2021 for the holiday season. What does that mean? It means people are buying less online and less overall, according to a report from Mastercard. So in the Business Standard, the title, US e-commerce sales growth slows down in 2021, holiday season report. And what they're reporting, what Mastercard's reporting, are that holiday sales in e-commerce, so online, is only up 11% this year. 11% sounds really robust. People are buying more stuff. Well, it was up 47% last year. Now, it was up 47% last year largely due to some shutdowns in the economies and people's ability not to get out. But there's a big change from 47% to 11% in online sales. A lot of people were predicting online sales would be much higher this year in the holiday season because people would continue their online shopping habits. That's not helping. We're going to look for the overall consumer sales numbers to come out. We'll probably visit those in January after we get them. I suspect, ladies and gentlemen, due to the problems that we have had in the economy, inflation rising much faster than wages, that overall sales for the holiday season in the US are actually going to be down. We know that they're slightly up on e-commerce. I think the brick and mortar sales are going to be down. They're saying that the Xinhua news agency quoted the Mastercard Spending Pulse report, and this is what we're looking at. They say the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in robust expansion of online sales in the US, but the breakneck growth has slowed down due to economic reopening and fading growth momentum. E-commerce sales made up 20.9% of total retail sales in the holiday season of 2021, slightly higher from 20.6. So yeah, it did grow, but only 0.3% from last year. The U.S. reported $214.6 billion of e-commerce sales in the third quarter of 2021, up 6.6% year on year from quarter three of last year in 2020, much lower than 36.1% year on year expansion in the same period of 2020. So in other words, third quarter last year, 36% expansion in e-commerce. Fourth quarter last year, 47%. This year they're down. It's only up 6.6% third quarter and 11.1% fourth quarter. E-commerce sales in the holiday season still posted a higher growth rate of 8.1% expansion of in-store retail sales according to the Mastercard report. So there is an increase of sales, not keeping up with inflation. We'll look at the overall retail sales numbers in January. I suspect we did not get the big buying season that everybody's expecting. If you think about pent-up demand for items, if you talk about the unemployment numbers, which people quote in the financial media as being at all-time lows, that's the U6 number, which is misleading, you would expect much more robust sales, especially with inflation. If you look at the inflation numbers, we're at what, 7.2% recently, PPI, which is much higher than that. So no prices are going up faster than the actual increase in overall sales. So that means net of inflation, sales are actually down this year if you interpret that data. And I suspect when the final numbers come out and we revisit this in January, we're going to see that this is one of the worst holiday seasons probably since the Great Recession and the 2008-2009 timeframe. That's what I suspect is going to happen. We don't have the final numbers, but the indications are exactly that. So what does that mean? If we have more people coming to this country, more people born, high inflation, more dollars in the supply, and the sales aren't keeping up inflation adjusted, with all of that, the demographic growth and the growth in the amount of dollars and the inflation in the prices that eventually result from that, why are we not having much higher sales in the holiday season? It's because people don't have money. And I think that points to the fact that we have a stretched labor situation. We have very low labor force participation rate. I'm going to quote this statistic again. It is down to about 62 to 63%. Before the Great Recession, 2008, 2009, we're at 66%. So with all this money printing and all of the debt, we have not recovered in the labor force participation rate in the U.S. to pre-recession levels. We've actually fallen 3%. And we're starting to see now, as a tail end of those policies, where you have rapid rising inflation, And those inflation-adjusted sales numbers during the busiest shopping season of the year, both e-commerce and in-store, are net down. Very flat, almost flat, but net down just a tad, inflation-adjusted. And we're using official CPI numbers and the producer price index numbers that we get. We're not using the numbers that John Williams at Shadow Stats uses, which I think are the actual inflation numbers, which are running 14%. If you look at the actual inflation numbers at 14% using 1980s methodology, so you can compare apples to apples across time, the John Williams produces at Shadow Stats, we're running really net negative this year in terms of holiday sales. So the pandemic didn't help things, the money printing didn't help things, we have not recovered in terms of our holiday season. This was not as robust a holiday season according to Mastercard and the Xinhua News Agency and Business Standard, which are reporting this information. I'll put the link to this story down below in the description, but it's very clear that we're not gonna have full recovery. As you guys will see tonight on Liberty and Finance channel, I talk with Elijah about what to look forward to in 2022. Remember, the Fed said they're going to taper. Now, they haven't tapered yet. They said that they were tapering this year. According to data from my good friend Rafi Farber, who's watching the Fed purchases, they actually haven't gone down. It's been a false taper. It was just a reduction in the minimum. The Fed has stated, however, that they expect to taper all the way down to zero by the end of March, meaning they actually are going to stop asset purchases next year in the first quarter. If they do, and how that affects the economy, I told Elijah, I think the short-term effects of that are going to be even bigger on the economy than the interest rate increases that we expect to see in 2022, because interest rates only going to increase up to 0.9%, and that's by the end of 2022. And the Fed also said if they start to raise interest rates and it affects the economy, they'll stop. So I think the first quarter of 2022 is going to be really big for the economy. I think it's going to give us the direction of gold and silver. It's going to give us the direction of the bond market. It's going to give us direction of the stock market and of the housing market here in the U.S. for the rest of the year. We're going to stay on it. We're going to give you these breaking news reports, certainly during the first quarter and through the rest of 2022 to keep you informed. Now, I have a very special announcement, and you guys are going to have to jump on this very quick. Last night, we agreed to do a special in-person meetup in Denver, Colorado at Lode Bar, and this is going to be on January 8th. The sign-up link is down below. Overnight, we've already had 200 people sign up. In fact, by the time this comes out, we'll probably be at 230, 240. We can only take a few more people before we max out this bar and this restaurant. So if you guys are seeing this video and you're interested, you can be in the Denver area on January 8th, that's Saturday, 4 to 8 p.m. Denver time. We're gonna have a special event. It's gonna be Economic Ninja, Wall Street Silver, myself at Gold Silver Pros, Nobody Special Finance, Chris Taylor at Financial Fitness, and oh God, who else do we have? Heresy Financial, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody. The list is on the link below. All of these people are going to be at a special event, no cover charge. The sales of drinks and food are going to pay for the venue, so we need you guys to come out hungry and to contribute so that we get the event for free. We're going to have that special event. We're going to do content recordings. We're going to do Q&A sessions with you guys. We're going to meet and mingle. And then at 7 p.m. Denver time, they're going to open it up to the public, and the club will be open if you want to hang out. And you guys being there for the event basically would have your spot for the club, because we're going to sell it out. And I'm afraid the public won't have any room to join us. Maybe only a few people will be able to come in. It's a huge event. We're going to sell it out in the next few hours. Today, I would suspect we'll sell out. The event's free, but we'll max out the registrations by this evening probably, or by tomorrow morning at the latest, the rate that this is going. So if you guys are interested, you can be in the Denver area, January 8th, 4 to 8 p.m. Denver time. Come join us. Economic Ninja, Wall Street Silver, Gold Silver Pros, Heresy Financial, Financial Fitness, Nobody Special Finance. Oh my gosh, I know I'm missing somebody. A big influencer event. All the guys that you guys love to follow on YouTube will be there. As soon as you see me talking about this on this video premiere this morning, register. I think by this evening we're going to have to shut it down. So if you want your spot, Denver, January 8th, jump in, do it quickly. We want to see a lot of Gold Silver Pros there supporting this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to be a part of content production. You're going to see how we do it. You're going to be able to meet and greet us in person. It's a great place to meet. It's by the ballpark. It's by Union Station in Denver. It's got a great vibe. It's such a beautiful venue. We really love it. There's going to be eats. There's going to be drinks there for you guys. We're going to max out the facility. It's going to be an absolute blast. It costs you nothing to get in. You just have to register below, and you got to do it before we turn it off, because I think we're probably going to have to turn it off tonight or tomorrow morning. you know, a week ahead of the event. We're not going to be able to take any more. We're going to max out this facility. So jump on it, guys. I want to see the Gold Silver Pros there, Denver, Colorado, January 8th, next week. You only got a week before the event comes, and you only got a few hours probably before we max this bad boy out. So jump on that. Again, the link is below in the description. It is the Ninja Nation event with special friends. We're one of the special friends and helping him play this event. It's going to be a ton of fun. You guys do that. All right, to recap, retail sales, inflation adjusted, flat line to slightly below the Maginot line, the zero line for holiday season. We did not get the big increase in retail and e-commerce sales that we expected for 2021. And we have looming the Fed tapering and raising interest rates next year. I think the punch bowl has been taken away from the consumer perspective. They don't have enough money. Consumers are 72% of the economy. The economy doesn't look like it's going to grow a whole lot next year. It doesn't look like it's going to do well next year. So it's going to be a time for you to reassess your economic condition. My New Year's resolution is to look at my economic condition, what we spend our money on, what we do here at Gold Silver Pros and personally, and make big changes and big adjustments for 2022. We're also going to have a ton of new content in 2022. We're going to start with a special event January 8th. We're going to have a virtual conference coming up at the end of January on the Hopin platform. We'll notify you guys, so it'll be a special event for you guys to join. And we'll probably start doing those quarterly now instead of just once or twice a year. So stay tuned for that information. We're going to go probably several times out in 2022 to be in person, to go meet the people, as long as we don't have additional travel restrictions. So 2022 is the year of a lot of growth for Gold Silver Pros, providing you guys better benefit and value and access to us. We'd love to see you at the January 8th event, and we'd love to see you on our online event at the end of January and all the events that we're going to run. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Until next time, this is Rob Keents at Gold Silver Pros. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification button so you get those notifications when new content comes out. If you like what we're doing here, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Those members of Patreon will get extra special content delivered to them as well.